Hey guys, CriticasterQ here, and today I want to show you all the veteran or dread enemy locations within the Stia region. So with these guys, just as a quick recap, they're regular bosses pretty much, except for they have this little veteran or dread enemy modifier where they get increased attack and HP, but can also drop some unique loot. One of these main items being the Dread Keeper capsule. With the Stia veterans, you can get up to the tier 4 version, which has 50 HP, 10 photon power, 6% potency floor, and 3% damage resistance. So this is very good for those that want to go the tanky build or get a whole bunch of different stats. Other notable drops being this Aptese armor, which you can find a VO or Vita version, where the VO version gives strictly photon power plus 10 and 3% potency for all of the different types. With the Vita version, it gives like 50 HP, but no photon power, but everything else the same. You can also get some weapon drops, such as the Fulgent weapon series, the new 8-star fire element, which is good for the urgent quests, as well as the previous rugged weapon series. That's enough on those items. Let's actually take a look at the locations of these different veterans. So right in front of me is the Blazentos boss, kind of like a Lazentos variant, and that is right here in the first Stia Outskirts spot, kind of on the beach. And then there is a Dusk D Scythe, kind of on the opposite side, which is like an Altars enemy. So if you face it at night, you can get that Alt Secreta 4, which is a new capsule as well. And then in the ridge is a Volt Lemnis. But with this Stia Outskirts area, I wouldn't really recommend doing these bosses because there isn't really much else going on in this spot versus some of the other areas that have veterans. The next area being this Dreisen plant. Right next to this Dreisen plant 2 Ryuker, you can find the Dark Magills, which is like a dark mage. And then on the opposite side is an Angoku, or the monkey boss. And then the Flamdil sword, which is kind of like the Daedal sword from Alio, but with like flame attacks. So in this platform is that magician. On the opposite platform, the other veteran, the monkey one, and down here is that sword which somebody's fighting right now. But what I found interesting about this area, only one veteran can be spawned at a time, kind of like some limitation of the game or this area perhaps, because of everything going on. But besides that though, you can still just rotate around doing the veterans, or you can just kind of stand in one spot to face a certain one. Because with this Flamdil sword, that's how you're going to get the melee soul of Stia, which actually turns out to be pretty nice with like 3% potency, 15 HP, and I think like 5 photon power, but it does come with a negative with the status ailments. What's also neat about this area is you can find Recon Gigants, the new enemy patrols, which can give you Infernium and other unique gears, so you can kind of mingle those in between since they're relatively easy to kill. But then there's also these invisible boxes that you can find if you find this glowing aura, and also your mag can help out if you have the ping active. As you can see around here is that glowing aura. Basically kind of just like follow that around along with your ping, and you should be able to find one. And right there, as you can see, is like this invisible box. With those invisible boxes, you can find NEX cubes, arms refiners, Infernium, alpha reactors, a whole bunch of different useful items. So that's why this spot is pretty much my personal favorite, because it just has like so much going on. But there is another area, the Mediola Outer Area 2, which has a couple more veterans, which is directly above us. So here at the region mag, there is the first one, this Dark Lemnis, kind of another version of that Lemnis boss. And then the Doldaris, which is that drill face enemy. So right there, kind of that lizard guy, little Lemnis. But the Doldaris, though, is another one that you might want to target farm if you are a ranged character, because it can also drop the Doldar Soul, which is kind of like that melee soul from earlier, just the ranged version. But also within this area, you can find some Recon Gigants and some other like gathering items, especially like Hexakite, which is kind of near this Doldar boss. But I just don't find it as like fun as the Dreisen plant area. That is all the veteran locations in the Stia region. With these guys, they spawn every 5 minutes, so just keep that in mind. And if you want my personal opinion on where to kind of farm with these, I would just recommend the Dreisen plant, as I was saying before. Just rotating around, killing Recon Gigants, killing these veterans, and hopefully getting some good loot, such as those Dreadkeeper 4s, and even that new melee soul. Thank you guys for watching, though, and I'll see you in the next NGS video. Peace.